In just 4 years, Blizzard has lost almost half of its monthly active users, from 46 million to 26 million, reveals Activision's Blizzard's latest statements. That is insane. That is absolutely fucking crazy. Oh my god. That's a oof? That's a ooh. That's so, oh my god. Wow. What is this? Such devastation. And this isn't even like me. Like, as I said, this is not me. This is not something that I'm doing, etc. This is just something what's happening. Like, what I'm really expecting to see is, what does it look like in Q4? Because right now, there have been so many people that have left, not just WoW, but like other Blizzard games. Because obviously, like, WoW is done very badly. And on top of that, people have had the lawsuit, they've left. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it went under 20. Give me 1 second. I'll pull up. There's actually a Bellular video I wanted to watch.
Now, there are other things to talk about. Let's do the earnings call.
Let's go.
So, okay. Look, we've already covered a bunch of this on the news channel, but there are... there's plenty to talk about here just for like the games. What to know? Well,
I really do appreciate Bellular doing this. He puts his cam over on the other side because he knows I'm just gonna watch all his videos anyway. So just to make it a better experience for the React viewers, he's just preemptively put his camera on the other side of the screen. And that way, you know, we just have everything planned out and prepared ahead of time. I think this is just great.
6 million MAUs. That's down 1 million from last quarter, even though TBC Classic launched.
That's a lot.
9.1.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
Yeah, we covered this in the news video as well. But the real spicy number here is that 26 million monthly active users is the same as Q1 2016, which, if you've got a half-decent working memory, you'll remember that is before Overwatch launched and also in the middle of Warlords of Draenor's content drought. That's how bad it is for Activision Blizzard. Well, how bad it is for Blizzard specifically. They have undone 5 years of growth.
Yep.
Straight up.
Sure have.
Well, it's more than that. Wouldn't it be less? Because now Overwatch brings in a new audience and you're aggregating that into it. So if you average it out, it would be even less than that. 5 years wasted.
They're back to there.
It's embarrassing.
They're achieving that same number with more products.
Yep.
Which is not the best sign.
No, it's not.
So if we actually dive into the numbers then, and it's fun because I forget where you got it from, but there's the whole thing of Overwatch having 10 million MAUs at a point.
Yeah.
Which then means you subtract that from everything else, and oh dear, it starts to look worse.
Yeah.
That
was October 2020, so it's probably maybe closer to maybe 7 or 8 million now, but yeah.
So
10 million on its own, and then on top of that, they lost that much. Holy shit.
Number one, a bit of context here, everyone.
Wash
this
hands.
is all during COVID. Most game companies experienced growth in COVID.
Record growth, yeah.
What the fuck else was anyone going to do?
Exactly.
And you'd especially think that an MMORPG would do well during COVID.
Especially.
Well, I think
Final Fantasy
pretty much if you go back to this quarter last year, they're down 6 mil. Right? That's a lot. So if we look here, and you can see how they can carefully construct their messaging to make it all seem like it's going good.
Their investor narrative game is real strong.
Yeah. Now they cannot escape that number.
Net bookings grew double-digit %. Subscriber numbers and hours played were higher following the release. Wow, I would have never expected that. Much stronger engagement this year than typical outside of a modern expansion year. Yes, because of Burning Crusade Classic.
They cannot escape 26 mil, but
it's deceptive.
World of Warcraft net bookings grew again a double-digit % year over year. So that is Q2 of 2021 versus Q2 of 2020.
Yep.
Now, what was going on in Q2 of 2020? Because Visions of N'Zoth was Q1.
No.
Nothing.
Nothing like...
Basically nothing. Okay, so we're up a double-digit % year over year.
Yep.
Point is, though, this is a Q2 with a major launch with Classic versus a pretty empty Q2 in 2020. So that's obviously not good. Subscriber numbers and hours played were higher following the release of the Burning Crusade Classic.
Would have never expected that.
I should hope so.
I couldn't believe when I read that. I was like,
it's crazy.
That is so against logic. Release game, people play it? What?
People put out a game. People play the game.
To be serious for a second, I actually think that if
God.
they are going out of their way to type subscriber numbers on hours played were higher following the release, that shows they have fuck all else to say.
Yeah.
Nothing else to say. So I think that's a real good point to like keep in mind when you're like reading through these things. It's always
that seems real and
they
true.
will tell investors everything that's good. If they have nothing to say, it means they have nothing good to say.
Yes. For our second line, World of Warcraft remains on track for much stronger engagement this year than is typical outside a modern expansion year. What does that even mean? Because, I mean, it's obviously going to be less than BFA and Classic.
Yeah.
It's obviously going to be less than that.
Yeah.
So you're just comparing to previous.
Yeah. So are they?
Right, so.
Oh, I know what they're doing. They're saying typical outside of a modern expansion year because there's no modern expansion year that has high no time outside of a modern expansion that has high engagement. Right?
Yeah. No, it's basically just right. Here's what it's basically saying. This is better than the patch 7.2 quarter. 7.2, I think, was Q1, but you get my point, right?
Yeah, it's about right.
Just no expansion coming out this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, the engagement, and again, like another thing to keep in mind is the words that they use in these investor meetings. These are the words that drive the game because the people that are in the investor meetings are the ones driving the company.
Year of patches. Yeah, of course. I would hope a major product release is better than typical. So then when we move in Hearthstone, they say that Forge and the Barons delivered expansion over expansion, net bookings growth for a second consecutive release. From what I understand there, Hearthstone had like severe health issues
I believe it did, yeah.
as a game, and they are basically trying to claw that back. I must admit, I am not, close to the pulse of Hearthstone, so I couldn't really tell you.
Me neither.
They then said that with the latest expansion, United and Stormwind launching today, and Mercenaries, a new mode of popular role-playing, in the popular role-playing genre planned.
Does anybody even play Hearthstone? I feel like I don't really ever play, like, I don't know anybody that really plays Hearthstone at all. I do? Really? That's crazy. Like, I feel like it kind of fell off. Maybe that's just because I don't see it as much.
Financial performance to strengthen in the second half of the year. Yeah, cool, fair enough. I mean, by all of your accounts at least, they do cool shit in Hearthstone. It seems like there's stuff I need to go look up.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing. Hearthstone, like, if you just go back to Hearthstone every 6 months, there'll be some great content for you to enjoy for free. Honestly, if like I look at their lineup and I'm like, I feel like Hearthstone's the best thing they're making right now. That said, I'm not a huge Diablo fan, so I don't really care personally too much about Diablo 4.
That's crazy.
And Overwatch 2, I'm not super hyped on anyway.
I mean, like Overwatch 2, everything, as I said, it's like whenever Mr. Krabs built the second Krusty Krab next to the first Krusty Krab because he wanted more money. And it's the same building. That's basically what I feel like Overwatch 2 is. I would say also with with Diablo 4, Diablo 4 looks really good. I want to make this very clear. Like, everything about Diablo 4 that we've seen so far has been really, really good. There's been nothing that's been bad about Diablo 4 so far.
But I feel like, they're actually kind of knocking it out of the park with Hearthstone. At least as far as I can tell. I don't engage with it competitively because
PvP,
I'm not going to buy a load of boosts or grind a load of cards.
Like for me, in Hearthstone, I enjoy any of the single player stuff.
Yeah.
Or Arena. Just because I just enjoy the draft. I think it's like a neat way to play. Not that I'm the biggest fan.
That's
of
why I
the
did Magic.
of it.
Drafting in Magic was so fun.
You could also say I'm just not
Friday
good enough
Night
for
Magic,
the monetization
boys.
to be in my favor. If I could just win more of those arenas. So okay, Diablo 2 Resurrected coming out September 23rd. Big thumbs up. So very happy about that.
September.
Diablo Immortal.
Wait, Diablo Resurrected is on September 23rd? Holy fuck, that's in like a month. That's dude, I didn't realize it was that fast. New game.
Delayed. Next year, half one. That said, they say it's received excellent feedback in its gameplay. And with this Diablo Immortal, I mean, by all accounts, it's actually a good game. Now, if I can just hook in a little gamepad and there...
No, I'll go on record and I'll say it. I think Diablo Immortal will be a great game. I will. I think it will be completely fine. People were not mad about Diablo Immortal. People are mad that it wasn't Diablo 4. It's like if you go to a fine Italian restaurant and they bring you out a steak, you're going to be like, what the fuck? I thought I was supposed to get spaghetti. Or if you go to a steakhouse and they bring you out a really nice pizza, you're going to be like, what the fuck? I thought I was here for steak. So it's not necessarily that Diablo Immortal is going to be bad. It's that people expected Diablo 4. Diablo Immortal will be fine.
You go, I could play a little bit of Diablo on the go. Not that I do that often.
Wrong
anyway.
target audience, exactly.
But,
It's not that bad.
It's just, will they fuck it up with monetization? That's the big thing.
Yes.
Because it seems like what they actually have got is a very successful translation of Diablo over, to the mobile format.
Somebody's got to pay for that.
You know what? Yeah. Put a controller onto my iPad. Bam. Good Diablo experience. You can play Diablo.
I don't know. I really don't know why. This is a genuine question. I do not know why Diablo Immortal is not being ported or somehow made compatible to be played on a PC. I don't understand why that's bad.
Immortal have as good an experience as just say me playing Dead Cells.
There's emulators?
iPad, which
Yeah,
but
that's too much work.
Experience. It's just, will they fuck it with the monetization? We do not know. I don't think COD Mobile is like pay to win or any of that bullshit.
No, I think they've done a pretty good job of that.
So yeah, maybe, who knows? And then for Overwatch 2, they just said that they passed a important internal milestone in recent weeks.
Oh, thank God.
So that was basically it for their, their main big slide.
Wow, well that pretty much settles it then. I mean, there's a major internal like that. There it is. Everyone has phones. Yeah, everybody does have phones. As I said, I don't think there's anything wrong with what Blizzard did with it. The thing is, like, I feel bad for the guy that had to announce Diablo Immortal. Because, like, that guy knew that it was going to be bad. You knew, like, going into it that, like, he was going to have people throw shit at him. Like, they didn't really, right? It was metaphorical, right? And like, people get mad. He was going to get clowned on. And I feel bad for him. I do. And it sucks that the leadership put him up to that. It really does. And I think that, honestly, I think they should have cobbled together some sort of announcement that Diablo 4 is coming, even if it wasn't like a cinematic or anything like that, because I do think they really threw their developers under the bus. That guy's getting memed on forever now. Like, in 10 years, that guy's still going to get memed on. Because, like, it's not like they were... Yeah, he was dealt a losing hand, and it's like he said something, oh, don't you guys have phones? Like, what's he supposed to say? It's going to be good, guys. Just wait. It's going to be... Like, what's he supposed to say?